Hello. Welcome to one of my favorite tenses, but it's a tricky one. This is called the past subjunctive tense. The problem here is there's a whole new set of conjugations that you need to learn how to write for the past subjunctive. The present subjunctive, remember we say, yo quiero que vaya, I want that he goes. Well, now we're going to be switching those things into the past subjunctive, saying, I wanted that he go, things like that. Now, this video I recorded a couple of years back, most of it. I've done some edits. I refer to the past subjunctive often speaking as the negative subjunctive. Well, I was mixing up the words negative and past, so I've written past subjunctive on top of the complete video. Just remember that it's the past subjunctive when we're talking about this tense. Learn the conjugations because it's a little bit tricky. Okay, here we go. Now, if our phrase that begins the sentence is in the negative, instead of saying él quiere que in the positive, él quería que, he wanted, when we have a phrase in the past tense here with que, now the verb that's following will be in the negative subjunctive. Let's see how we conjugate the AR verbs. Él quería que yo hablara. Hablara. Tú hablaras. Él hablara. Note, yo and él continue the same form. Nosotros habláramos. Habláramos con acento en la A. Ellos hablaran. So we see a completely different way of conjugating now in the negative subjunctive. He wanted that I speak. Right? Él quería que yo hablara. In English you'd probably just say, he wanted me to speak. We don't really use this form. But when we have a negative sentence with the que, the verb following will go in the negative subjunctive. Let's look at the ER and IR negative subjunctive conjugations. Now we have a look at the ER verb subjuntivo en el negativo. So if we take the verb comer, él quería que, he wanted that yo comiera. He wanted that I eat, or he wanted me to eat, we would just say in English. Tú comieras. Él comiera. Same as yo. Nosotros comiéramos, con un acento en la E. Ellos comieran. Él quería que ellos comieran. He wanted them to eat, or literally, he wanted that they eat. When we have one of these clauses with que, the second verb, when the sentence is negative, will be in the negative subjunctive. Él quería que ellos comieran. Notice the spelling is a little bit similar to some of the other tenses we've looked at. Please don't mix them up. Comiera, comieras. Comiera, comiéramos, comieran. We will notice the IR verbs are conjugated the same as the ER verbs. If we want to take the verb vivir, to live, we would say yo viviera, tú vivieras. The endings are the same. Él viviera. Nosotros viviéramos. Ellos vivieran. Or escribir. Que yo escribiera. Escribieras. These endings are the ones you have to memorize for the regular ER and IR verb endings. Now, let's take a look at some of the irregular forms. Okay, I've put several examples here together of the irregular forms. Now, él quería que yo fuera. Fuera, which one is that? Well, if we take the verb to go, ir, the subjuntivo en el positivo es vaya. Él quiere que yo vaya. He wants that I go. In the negative form, él quería que yo fuera. He wanted that I go. The other thing is, ser, in the positive is ser. Él quiere que yo sea. He wants me to be. It's the same spelling in the negative. Él quería que yo fuera un buen estudiante. He wanted me to be a good student. Now we have dijeras. Él quería que tú dijeras. The verb decir. In the positive form we say digas. The negative, dijeras. So again, these conjugations would be similar for everybody. Yo fuera, tú fueras, él fuera, nosotros fuéramos. Tú dijeras, él dijera, nosotros dijéramos. Él pudiera. That's the form of poder. So, él pudiera, tú pudieras. Tuviéramos is tener. So, in the positive it's tenga, tengamos. Él quiere que nosotros tengamos. Now the negative. Él quería que nosotros tuviéramos. He wanted that we have. Hicieran is the verb hacer. In the positive it's haga. Hagan. Él quiere que ellos hagan. He wants them to do. Él quería que ellos hicieran. He wanted them to do. The translation in English is pretty well the same, whether this is in the negative form or the positive form. What's changing the sentence is the beginning. Whether it's Él quiere que tú vayas, he wants that you go, or Él quería que tú fueras, he wanted that you go. So the go part is going to be conjugated in the subjunctive. Whether or not this is positive or negative is going to affect the whole spelling of the verb. And that's sort of a little bit different than English, and we have to watch for that. Now let's look at another example of when we use this negative subjunctive form. Now, the other time we use the subjuntivo negativo is when we have an if clause. Si, S-A-E, with no accent, remember the accent is yes, S-A-E without an accent is if. When we have an if clause, si yo viviera en Panamá, yo iría a la playa todos los días. Right? If I would live in Panama, I would go to the beach every day. So the translation here is more if I would live. Right? Si tú compraras un auto, no tendrías que tomar el autobús. If you buy, or if you would buy a car, you wouldn't have to take the bus. Right? Si él estuviera aquí, if he would be here, si nosotros escribiéramos los verbos, if we would write the verbs, si ellos practicaran más, ellos hablarían bien. If they would practice more, they would speak better. So often it's used as an if clause with another sentence after. Si yo viviera en Panamá, if I lived in Panama, or literally if I would live in Panama, then the second part of the phrase would be just in the future conditional form. Yo iría a la playa. I would go to the beach. So these if clauses, si tú compraras un auto, if you would buy a car, if you buy a car, or you would buy a car, then you wouldn't need to take the bus, right? Él estuviera, escribiéramos. So I've mixed up some of the irregular and regular forms together. But the important thing is, si yo fuera un buen estudiante, yo pasaría el curso. If I was, or if I were a good student, I would pass the course. Right? Si yo fuera. The if clause. When we have that if clause, if I were rich, si yo fuera rico, yo compraría una casa. I would buy a house. So the first verb following the if clause is put in the negative subjunctive form. I'm going to show you one more use of the negative subjunctive. We have seen so far two uses for the negative subjunctive. First, when we have a sentence in the past with a que phrase, like yo quería que él fuera, I wanted that he go. When we have a if clause with si yo fuera un buen estudiante, if I were, or if I would be a good student. There's another one which is with the verb querer, put in the negative subjunctive form, we get yo quisiera. Yo quisiera is a synonym for me gustaría, I would like. You could say, yo quisiera un café, por favor. I would like a coffee. For some reason, when we want to say the verb querer in the would like. We could put it in the future conditional form, but most of the time in Spanish we write it in the negative subjunctive form, and we use it as if it would be just saying would like. You could say, me gustaría un café, I would like a coffee, or yo quisiera un café, or tú quisieras, you would like. Él quisiera, he would like. Nosotros quisiéramos, we would like. Or ellos quisieran, they would like. So you could say nos gustaría, we would like, or nosotros quisiéramos. Yo quisiera is a synonym for me gustaría. The important thing to note is when we're using the verb querer in the negative subjunctive, it's another way of saying I would like. Yo quisiera ver a todos ustedes con éxito. I would like to see all of you with success.